Mossy. Today is your makeup lesson from the day that you weren't feeling well. I hope that you're feeling well and ready to play the piano. We're going to go through everything that we've been talking about for the past few weeks, as well as going into the pieces that you're playing for the musicale. So before we do anything, we want to warm up, and I'd like you to get to your piano and be ready to respond to me. So this is an interactive kind of lesson. Now that you're seated and you have the video in front of you or nearby, we're going to start by doing what's called singbacks. Singbacks are great because they get you get your whole body going. So I'm going to put a nice beat underneath it. Go. 1. So what's going to happen is I'm going to sing, you're going to sing back. 1, 2. So la, so la. So mi, so la. So mi la. So mi la. So la. Mi, so la, so. Mi, so. So la. Mi, la. So mi, la. All right, so that gets you just warmed up, and if you couldn't keep up, then start it over and do it again. Your goal is to be able to sing it back in tune, and that's a musical skill that we're working on. All right, let's move on to our attention to technique. It's really important to warm up your hands and to do it properly. So we want to do a 5-finger C major warm up, and we put our hands on middle C. When you hear that sound, that's the sound of middle C. We can sing it. Then we have the treble C. That's a higher sound that you'd have to work on to sing. And of course, there's the high C, which is much too high to sing. Here's our middle C, and here's our bass C, and that's very low for me. And then there we have a lower C. Those 5 C's are reviewed in your book on page 6. I'd like you to look at that page and remind yourself where they are. So let's review again. If you're looking on page 6, you'll find that we call this one that's almost out of the picture low C, bass C, middle C, treble C, high C. And you should be able to tell the difference. So if I call out to play low C, you can do it. So let's play that game. Play low C. Play middle C. Play high C. Play treble C. Play bass C. All right, I'm going to use middle C to do my 5-finger warm-up. I'm putting it on. I'm going to play it. You play it back. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, fa, mi, re, do, so. Your turn. Here you go. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, fa, mi, re, do, so, do. Left hand now, bass C. 1, 2, here I go. Do. Your turn, ready, go. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, fa, mi, re, do, so, do. You could also do it on treble C. Here I go. Your turn. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, fa, mi, re, do, so, do. Now on low C, here I go. Your turn. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, fa, mi, re, do, so, do. My turn. High C. Your turn. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, fa, mi, as well. Your turn. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, fa, mi, re, do, sol, do. My turn. Your turn. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, fa, mi, re, do, sol, do. Good. All right, so that gets your fingers warmed up. You could do it in D major, A major, and E major. You could also do them in C minor. How do we make major minor? We take the third note and we move it down one key, and that makes it C minor. And we need that for Captain Hook's Rockin' Party, which I'm going to play for you right now as a review. This is for your musicale. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, I want to remind you that when you play for the musicale, you're going to repeat it an octave higher. So I'll do that now. So that's going to be on the musicale, and I'm excited about it. By the way, the other piece that you said you wanted to put on the musicale is Keep in Time. So I'm going to do a run through so that you can play along with it and make sure that you've got the right rhythms. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's a long piece. You can always cut it. Also, if you want me to put it on Piano Marvel, you just have to email me and I'll be happy to do that. But you have to give me enough time to do that. All right, let's move on a little bit. And I want to show you a new piece I'd like you to learn over the holidays. Yes, we're looking at a new piece over the holidays. It's called Sounds from the Gumdrop Factory, and I'm picking it because it's continuing this idea of this C major position. The left hand is going to be on low C, middle C, bass C, low C. So it's kind of out of the picture, but it's down there, and we're using C, G. This piece is on page 9, and here's the left hand part. Join me. So it should sound like do, so, and it does it throughout the entire piece. So you can join me as I'm playing the other part. Ready? Put your left looking at the last two measures, and you'll notice on page 9, and you should have it open by now, that you've got some sharp signs, and those are the signs that look like hashtags. So what happens, and I'm going to bring it up here so you can see how it works, although you're going to be on low C, but I want it in the middle of the picture that you're watching. So here's the do and the so we're using, the C and the G. And when we make something sharp, we move to the right, or what we say, we go up. And we're going up a half step. So the C moves over to C sharp, and the G moves over to G sharp. Try that on your piano. All right, now that you've got that, you want to practice on all of the C's with your left hand. So here are the last two measures of Sounds from the Gumdrop Factory. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Now it goes to the C sharps, comes back down, and it ends with a half note hold. The right hand is in C position, so you can't ask me where do I start. It starts here, and it starts on the first line of the treble clef, which we know is E. All right. Also, we know that is mi, and it goes up to so, fa, mi. So as you're playing this piece, I would like you to name the notes. Here we go. E, G, F, E, D, C, E. We call that a pattern when it moves down like that. The next line starts the same way with the E and the G, but now the pattern changes. Goes down and jumps from G to C. Now move your hand over to F position, C, D, E, F, and play a chord, C major chord, an F major chord, and we're going to bounce that chord down. You see how my thumb moved downwards? And both go right down. Then we have the same line as the second line. Please learn this piece so that you're ready to play for me in January when you return to lessons. All right, let's go a little further. And a while ago we worked on arpeggios. Arpeggios are wonderful to get your hands going, and they're really simple. You take the C major chord and you take your left hand, cross over, and play the high C. So if it's a C major arpeggio, you'd cross over and play a C, and you come back down. This is on page 10. Now I'm going to change it to the minor sound, so I take that middle sound and go down a half a step. All right, let's put a little bit of a waltz with that. Your turn, do it with me. Ready, set, 1, 2, C major. Let's change it to C minor. 1, 2, 3. Ready, set, go. Now we're moving to D major, so I moved over to D. Notice I'm setting my hand up before I begin, and on that crossover I'm going to reach a D. Join me now. Make it minor, so we take that middle note and we move it down a half a step. Notice this time it becomes a white key. Go. Notice it's 3, it's a middle black key. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. goes down a half step, all white keys. 1, 2, 3. Good. Now I move to F major. 1, 2, 3. Minor, down a half step. 1, 2, 3. Let's move over to G. G major. 1, 2, 3. Make it minor. Move that down a half step. 1, 2, 3. Move over to A major. Notice there's a black key for A major. 1, 2, play. Make it minor. Move that middle note down a half step. 1, 2, play. And that's as far as we want to go there. So that's just a nice way to warm up for the Spanish Caballero, which is still on your homework assignment as far as I know. Let me check it right now. No, we took it off. Okay. I think you should keep going with it. I'd be a nice piece to play. You'll hear who's playing it. I have a student who's playing it at the Musicale, so I'd like you to listen to it, and you let me know. And if you want to do it, I can add. I want to finish up with the Boxcar Rumble. We were having some trouble with this. I want to show you again. You got to practice getting that hand to move downward in those sixths. And so we practice that. So we want to make sure the hand is relaxed and that here's our fifth, and we move our thumb out to the sixth, and then we take each finger and move it down. Go slowly until you can control this motion. Now, we also need to be able to slide in and go to the B flat and slide back out. All right. So here's the Boxcar Rumble. Notice the left hand is moving from the fifth to the sixth. Do you notice I'm not going too fast? I want accuracy. Pedal goes down. Get that F. And now I'm playing a low G. It's outside of the picture. All right. I think we've covered a lot. And I think you can be ready for the Musicale this Monday. I'm looking forward to hear you playing the Captain Hook's Rockin' Party and maybe Boxcar Rumble and maybe Keep in Time. It's really up to you and how you're feeling. So have a healthy week, and we'll see you Monday night at 7 p.m.